Good morning, you guys. Alright, welcome back. It is time for another vlog. Alright, we are currently heading eastbound on Interstate 20 in Dallas, or the Dallas area, whatever you want to call it. We are on our way to, we are deadheading right now to Sunnyvale, over on the east side of town, over by Mesquite. Going to be picking up a reload. We're going to be going to the Lineage logistics facility on, what was it, Longhorn, I don't know, some long something drive or whatever it's called. I can't remember the name of it. I'll get zoomed in there for you guys so you have a little bit better view though. Okay, so I was originally thinking I was going to take 635 up to US 80 eastbound and then get off at, I forget the name of the street down there, but I'm working my way down from there, but the route that I have highlighted right there looks like it should be a reasonable route to take on a truck as well. There's another that was similar. It was suggested a different route originally, but I'm like, nah, I don't like that route. I don't think that's. I'm a little bit concerned about whether it was truck legal, or whatever. It might be. I don't know. But I'd rather stay on major roads like the one that you see me set up to get off at now on 635. So that's what we're going to be doing. We are deadheading over here from Burleson, Texas. Yeah, about I don't know, about 20 minutes south of Fort Worth, somewhere around there, or maybe I don't even know if it's that far. Maybe a little bit less. Now, you guys hopefully saw that video. I did vlog it, so check it out if you haven't already. All right. Now, after that one, I ended up having to go down to the TA in Hillsboro, though, because it was in the evening and there was nowhere to park. So, I ended up going down to the TA in Hillsboro. Why? It's probably a stupid question to some of you guys, but I'm going to ask it anyway. What is it with why people generally don't like parking at TA and Petro so much as they do like Loves and Pilot and YJ and everywhere else? Because it seems like 9 times out of 10, if I can't find parking somewhere at most of the other places, if I'm going to find parking at any of the megas at all, I could probably find it at TA or Petro first. Now, I don't see what the big deal is with going to them myself. I'm not going to say they're perfect, but it gets the job done. I mean, I was able to get a shower there. We got IHOP there. I mean, the lot probably filled up after I was already there, but the lot was bigger and had no problems finding parking when I got there. Everything else was like full, or at least in the area that I was in. Hang on, get slid over here. I hate dealing with Dallas drivers. They're about as stupid as my fellow Californian drivers are. Yes, I said it. I'm from California, and even I say that my fellow Californians are the dumbest drivers on the planet. Dallas comes probably a close second. Alright, anyway, yeah, I just had to deal with some guy when we were passing by I-45 earlier. I had my turn signal on to move left. This dipshit was behind me. He comes over to the left to pass me up. And all while I'm signaling left. And I had to wait for him to go by me so I could finally get into the lane, the other lane to get away from the I-45 exiting traffic. Next thing you know, this guy starts slowing down in front of me to move back over to get to the I-45 exit. I'm like, what are you doing, man? You could have just stayed behind me. Let me do what I got to do, and you would have been in the exact same position, but with less risk of me rear-ending your ass. Why do you do that stupid shit? Your exit's coming up. You shouldn't be even leaving your right lane until once you're within a mile or two of your exit. Stay where you are. Don't go trying to pass other traffic. And I might be slow because of the other traffic, like that was in that case. Alright, so I just got through washing out at the Blue Beacon here in Dallas on Bonnie View Road. I don't know what I need to pre-cool my trailer to, but a lot of times Lineage facilities are frozen loads, so I have it pre-cooling at 0 degrees right now. It was the internal temp was just over 80 when I turned it on from getting washed out. But fortunately, one thing I do like about Hirschbach is their Reefer units that they use are pretty efficient. They're definitely better than the JCT Reefer units were. Come on, car, dude. If you're not going to pay attention, then what am I supposed to do for you? Nothing. I'm not going to say, I'll leave you a big wide opening there. I'm not going to sit here and keep backing off for you if you're too stupid to find it. See what I mean? Alright, anyway. Yeah, so the reef units on the Hirschbach spec trailers are actually pretty good. They're not as loud as the JCT spec ones were, and they're more efficient on top of that. They'll cool down the inside of the trailer more quickly than oh, this is my exit right here, I think. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we'll cut across this way. Numbered route also, it makes it even more reasonable and expected. It's probably truck legal. Texas 352 Military Parkway. Sain, how do you pronounce that damn word? Sain? Scene? Someone help me out here. I don't know. That's one of those. Okay, I'm just gonna pronounce it how I want to pronounce it because I think it's supposed to be a certain. I'm genuinely curious about that one. I got a car over there, but don't worry, I see a car. Okay. Anyway, yeah, so they're efficient. I'm hoping it'll be down to temp fairly quickly. My appointment isn't until 12:30 anyway. It's 10:46ish right now, so. And generally you can't check in until about an hour before regardless, so if it comes down to it, I figure, oh, maybe I'll sit there for 30, 45 minutes, whatever it is, before I can check in. And by then, the internal temp should be where I need it. Okay, yeah, I see warehouses here. This is now... There's no doubt about it. This is definitely a good truck route here now. Alright, so which way? Yeah, we can just, oh yeah, definitely go this way. Because I see a lot of residential along that other road there, and I don't want to put my truck in the residential area if I don't need to be there. Go up to 70 miles an hour. 145. Okay. Alright, so here's something we can talk about today. I always like to have something, useful to talk about, I guess, or just, hey, well, woe is me, or what's going on with me kind of thing, because most of you guys watching my channel are already familiar with me and already have some kind of established rapport with me. Alright, so we're going to talk about the legalities of making lane changes at intersections, or crossing single solid white lines like the one you see over here on the right shoulder. Alright, I think there's a lot of misconception on that. There's both some true and false with what a lot of people believe on that, in my opinion. You're free to disagree with me on this, but I've also been in a jury trial where something like this kind of applied. And ultimately, alright, so this jury trial I was in, it was a vehicular manslaughter case. A young lady was doing about 70 in a 50 zone on a surface street, and she had a green light. Well, in this area though, it went from just not too far before that same intersection, it went from 1 lane to 2 and then she went to merge into the other lane. Now, while she was about to enter the intersection, and there was a guy right there making a right on. Well, most of us thought the guy was making a right on red. We ended up deadlocking and 9-3 in favor of acquitting the girl because we had reasonable doubt that she didn't actually. Dude, you're going the wrong way with that car. This is a one-way street here. Hope you're gonna go on that driveway. All right, now. Anyway, though, yeah, we had reasonable doubt that the guy who was making a right turn on the cross street to go in the same direction as her, that he might have actually made his turn on the red, against the red light. Now, it wasn't safe for her to make the turn, make the lane change near or at the intersection. Absolutely not. I'm not doubting that. And she definitely should have gotten a ticket for unsafe lane change there in that situation. But by the same token, though, when you're against the red light, you have zero right-of-way, regardless. I don't care what speed the traffic on the other street, what the right-of-way is going. You do not have the right-of-way. In other words, and this is also why trucking companies, a number of them, a lot of the bigger companies, don't want their drivers making right on red. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Now, even Hirschbach doesn't want us doing it. They don't really say anything about it that I know of. I've never had a problem with it, but they frown upon it. And other companies actually can actually fire you for doing that. And why is that? Because exactly what I just said there. When you, if you make it right on red, and someone collides with you, I don't care if they're doing a speed limit or if they're doing 100. If they collide with you, guess who's the at-fault driver? You. You're the at-fault driver, not the other guy. Yeah, they contributed, and then when it comes to civil court cases with the insurance companies and whatever else, yeah, there's going to be, hey, who has how much of fault? That's not just, hey, this is 100% your fault. That's no. Cops actually care about, do they need to issue a citation or do they need to arrest somebody for any infractions or crimes that were committed in association with the accident? But otherwise, though, as far as financial liability is concerned, that's a civil court case between the insurance companies or the parties involved and a civil court judge. Totally different scenario there, and in most of those civil cases, it's not going to be a case of 100% this person or that person at fault. Almost always, it's going to be this person is going to be, we'll just say 75% at fault, and the other person's 25%. So, dude, what are you waiting for? That car's making a left. Why are you waiting? I'm clear. I barely cleared that curb there. Alright, but anyway, so you might want to check each of your particular state's laws on crossing a solid white line. I can tell you, I've looked in the California Vehicle Code, which is my home state. There is nothing in there saying that you cannot cross a single solid white line. However, cops in California can give you a ticket for an unsafe lane change at an intersection or where you cross it, where you're on. And there is always like a solid white line right before you get to the intersection, usually within 100 feet of the intersection. The lines will go from dashed to solid. And generally the lines there, the solid line is DOT, or in my case, Caltrans's recommendation that you not make lane changes there, or that you not cross it. And for good reason, because if someone's coming from making a right on red at a cross street, coming out of a driveway or something along that line, and they might have maybe not really good reason to expect that you're not going to make a lane change, that you're, whatever, but they might reasonably think that you might stay in the lane that you're already in as well. So for that reason, yeah, absolutely, you can get a ticket for, Long Creek Road, that's the one I was thinking of. Yeah, you absolutely can get a ticket for an unsafe lane change in that situation, but then there's still the question of, that court case that I was a juror on, who's going to be ultimately at fault? Well, in that particular court case, I think we ended up deadlocked, and they had two guys who were just adamantly, that's all it could be. They didn't even want to buy the argument. They weren't even going to entertain the thought that the guy was making a right on red, or probably made it, but why wasn't he on trial instead? Was because they didn't have any evidence or witness testimony to prove or basically create reasonable doubt that he might have actually been the one who caused it. One way of doing it. All right, so right here is where I'm going to. Let's see. Truck entrance. Keep going down the road here. Okay. So yeah, but other states you might actually have laws saying that specifically don't cross the single solid white line, or don't make lane changes at intersections. But most of them, from what I've researched, do not. And it's more of a kind of a catch-all kind of think about the situation there. It'll be harder for a cop to prove standard check-in, keep right. Drivers with Lineage, okay. I don't know if it matters which lane I'm in. Guard on brake. We'll be back shortly. Please stay in your truck. Thank you. Okay. Alright guys, we're checked in now, and I think Stevens is coming the wrong way. That's supposed to be like the Lineage trucks only entrance, I think. I think he was supposed to leave the other side where we passed by earlier. Okay, she did say, okay, so we actually do come out this side or something? Yeah, she basically said park over this road by where this other Hirschbach truck is at. And then check in by door 24 on the right side where that that red part of the building is at. Alright, let's do ourselves a pull through well, something along that line. Oops, now my tenants are not lining up. Alright, how about we get over this way a little bit more there to get the tandems there more quickly. Alright, that's better. Okay. Alright, I'm pre-cooling to 0. I have no idea where they want me at, but I'm at least pre-cooling to that. See what happens here now. Alright guys, we're checked in. Got a dock door assignment right away. Get the tandem slid first. Over there. Alright, so I'm going to be getting door 23, which is the one this guy just vacated right now. I'm going to probably find it easiest to just go ahead and offset blindside it in right next to the other Hirschbach truck that's over there. There's two Hirschbachs over there. We're going to basically blindside it in to the one that's closest to us. Alright, now tandem's back, leaf door's closed. Stay about 5 feet away from the dock door, and then loader will come out and let you know when they're ready for it. Okay, so yeah, I'll always turn around. You can almost, yeah, see, it's almost a straight back. If I was in the door that the former JCT, now Hirschbach, I can tell by his truck number. If I got his dock door, would have been pretty simple straight back, but that's a little too easy for us. Alright, that's an Audi truck exit. Alright, so, oops. Alright. So let me get, I'm pointed in the wrong direction. 23 is one that's second away from the office. Let's get it pointed way over there to the front of that lane. And it's going to be a little bit of a challenge here because the tandem's getting all the way back already. Real hard to time these. No, I'm going to be late. I can already tell. I can at least get squared up with the door. Well, it's not that far off, actually. Okay, yeah. We really weren't far off at all. It was off regardless, but it's hard to judge where I need to be because it looks like I gotta be pretty much right on top of the line on this side, but the other line is further away. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and pull forward just a little bit here. That way I know there's room to get my doors open there. Okay, so now I came here pre-cooled to 0 or pre-cooling to 0. Turns out they wanted at plus 34. I don't know if they wanted at start, stop, or continuous yet, but I'll find out once I know what exactly I'm hauling. I guess, and find out from the loader as well. Alright guys, we're going to get out of the way here real quick. Why did Stevens run off? Weird. Okay, Stevens is trying to dock into door 24 right next to me. And for obvious reasons, it's a little on the tricky side there. So, I'm going to come over here. Well, I guess I could have gone back since he went off that way. I thought he was going to just fix the setup and then try again after. Because I told him I was going to move off to the right. So he can do what he's got to do. Alright, so it's barely even, not even 1 o'clock yet. I had a 12:30 appointment time. So I would say this is a pretty good quality pickup here overall. I would never expect to be out of a shipper only a half an hour after my appointment time, but here we are killing it. Yeah. Okay. I'm like totally confused on what exactly Stevens is doing now. But the fact that I'm no longer there and it's all drop trailers there, it actually gives them even more room to do what he's got to do. So let me go ahead and I get to send my my documents, like take my pictures of everything, and we'll be out of here in a second. Tell you where we're heading next. Alright guys, let's head out of here now. Looks like Stevens is almost done. He's still got the slightest tandem, so as long as there's room for me to get by him, we're good. Apparently Stevens does a lot here. He got 3 Stevens drop trailers here, him docking in now. Probably at least 5 Stevens drop trailers over there behind me in that staging area. Alright, well I guess it doesn't surprise me. If I remember right, they're based out this way. Alright, so let's get checked out at the guard shack. It is not super heavy, but it's heavy enough where I'll definitely want to scale it. The nearby cat scale is at Fuel City over here in Mesquite. You just go to the to the west on US 80 a short distance, maybe a few miles, and it's pretty close to the Americold that I sometimes go to over there. Not too far away from there. That's where I'm going to scale it out. It's 38,000 pound load. Hopefully everything will be hunky-dory. The load is going to Riverside, California. It's not due until the 4th, but that's okay. I got home time on the... I got home time scheduled on the 3rd. Hello. Okay. Can't tell where I'm at there. Here we are. Alright, we're good to go here. Alright, so like I say, we're going to Riverside, California. It's not due until the evening hours of the 4th. But I have a medical appointment on the 3rd. I plan to be there on the early morning hours of the 2nd. I'm going to have to wait for this gray van to go by first, because I need their lane to make my turn, and it's not my lane to take until they give it to me. Alright, so that's what's going on here. I didn't even really bother to look at which exact place in Riverside is going to. We have a lot of places in Riverside that we do deliveries to. I'm not really too concerned with that right now. But evening hours in Riverside, it usually tells me it might be like Ralph's or basically Kroger / Ralph's, and right up the road from where I used to work. So a load of dog food. Alright, otherwise that's about it. I'm going to try to get out of the DFW area before the traffic gets too busy and bad. It's already 1 o'clock now, so get out of the area and great freaking fridge. I hate that. I hate how that fridge does that. Anyway, alright, I'm out of here. We'll see you guys probably in Riverside, right? I don't know for sure. If not Riverside, maybe whatever comes after that, right? Y'all have a good day. We'll see you then.